people were killed.
I ain't a super gangster, but I clap mine. It only take one bullet to see a flat line. Hit him in the head! We on that time. I put your ass in the sky like the bat sign. Know it's hot. I'm like 100 killers, no shot. This, yeah, these suckers won't get me.
6 million ways to die. Choose one.
I think your scale gauge is astronomically extraordinary. And
What do you mean?
All right, when we do the show, the way Math navigates and how he starts it off, ain't nobody doing that. The way MECC thinks and how he comes out with the questions and the thought and ESSO and the angles. So you gotta be able to scale and say, this is some different level talent shit. How you're able to sit there and say, I know this rapper ain't gonna do that. So when I'm with these killers right here, I know ain't nobody in the industry gonna ask what ESSO is gonna ask. I'm comfortable. I know what Ghost does with that camera, can't nobody do. What Math does, what MECC does, can't nobody do. The fact that you can do that, I don't know anybody that can sit there and say, yo, I know Prodigy ain't gonna say that, even though you ain't say that.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what
That's some ill nigga shit.
Clark knows how to put the battery right in your back. And then it's not a regular battery.
No,
son.
it's a be better
It's
battery.
it's like a
Die hard.
supercharged, like boom.
But
and
for him to understand,
But it's for a reason, though. It's for a reason.
Yeah.
I won't put a battery in the back that I don't see a motherfucker being able to use the battery.
You don't just hand those out. You
Oh,
don't hand
nah.
them out.
If I'm telling you, here's the battery, it's because I know. Whatever you do, you could be 5 times, 10
I'm the
times better.
same way. I feel the exact same way.
Yo,
But where does that insight
the
come
night Jay
from?
Mills came through to Brookdown.
He's smiling already. He laughing
I
already.
don't even
Laughing.
understand why we doing this.
Laughing already.
I need it like being from Brooklyn. This is Clark Kent. Clark Kent believes that there was just a nah, bro. I'm just gonna be the best. Like, you know what I mean? Like Jay Mills was one of the hottest dudes at the time.
And he was,
I walked in.
And he was my man.
I walked
fucks
in
with
the
Mills. That's good.
studio. I seen him in the lobby. I walked to Clark. I was like, yo, that's that Jay Mills nigga in that joint.
I knew all them most hated niggas before they were most hated, like, because they used to fuck with my man Tone.
Shout out to
Tone
Tone.
and Nas.
Shout out to Tone. Tone and Nas.
Tone and Nas, yeah.
Tone
Tone
and
and
Nas.
Nas,
Word,
yeah.
shout out to
Like,
Tone
I
and
know
Nas.
Tone from Queens. There you go. You got that? Y'all
Right.
good?
Yo, just
Yo, bro.
You on fire?
I just want to make sure niggas know that I don't hate Queens.
So Clark is like, yo, so what you want to battle him? I was like, yo, don't say that, Clark. Don't say. Let's go. Walk into the waiting area. It's like, yo, Mills, spit something for my man Mav. Spit something. I'm like, oh nah, I got this. But before I could say anything, Votto jumps in. And I'm like,
Votto was young. Votto was 17.
Yeah, but he was hungry.
He was hungry.
He was hungry.
Young
I
wolf.
heard about that.
So I'm like, oh, all right, cool. As soon as he got done, I started going off. And just knowing Clark Kent was standing next to me, I was going hard. By the time I got to like the 16th bar, Clark was like, yo, man, chill, son. Chill, what are you doing? Chill. And I'm like, yo, the battery, son. When I walked in, I said, yo, that's a Jay Mills nigga. He was like, you want battery? That was the battery, son. You was doing that. You did that with Biggie. You was like, yo, my man is different. Yeah. Biggie was like, oh, nah, Clark, you ain't going. That's the battery. Son, Life After Death is one of the greatest albums I've ever heard.
100%.
And I gotta believe that you had to play a part in that shit being so crazy.
Here's the thing, like, I literally thought Biggie was the second best MC I ever heard. But I felt like he was the best rapper I ever heard.
Right.
And I was just like, you could be iller, you could be iller, you could be iller, you could be iller. And he was just like, but you don't think I'm ill? I'm like, nah, I do. I just think you could be iller.
Iller.
And then when he met Jay, he understood what I was saying. And he was just like, all right. I get it.
I'm gonna go
and
up.
then, but think about it. The bar level from Ready to Die to Life After Death, if
It's
that shit
different.
isn't 10 steps
It's
above,
different.
when did that happen? You met Hov.
It's different.
You had to,
Brooklyn Finest.
no, you had to go, oh, hold up. This motherfucker's going crazy. He's coming. The only rapper he ever gave love to was Jay-Z.
Yeah, he said,
He like Playboy Hov,
Yeah.
Playboy Jay-Z. Like, that's the only person he ever mentioned.
If you
There's
want
a
that
reason.
talk, you want that shit,
There's
whatever,
a reason.
that's
There's a
you gotta go
reason,
to
yo.
Jay-Z for
There's
that.
a reason.
I think the
'Cause-
best synergy is I love the dough. When they, lost chips on Lakers, gas off Shaq.
I like
You
Brooklyn
get-
Finest better.
Yeah, that right there, you
Brooklyn-
can hear.
I like
Brooklyn's
Brooklyn
Finest
Finest. I like Brooklyn Finest for
is
me is
better.
special.
Yeah.
What?
It's in my
I
heart.
love the
It's in
dope.
my heart.
I love the dough was dope, but
Brooklyn Finest is in
Brooklyn
my
Finest
heart.
is-
Brooklyn's Finest is like lightning in a
You hear
bottle.
that shit come on?
That's that lightning
Hey,
in a
yo,
bottle.
my nigga, when them gunshots come on and all that and everything, forget about Rolling Stone. That's the only thing you got right. You said Life After Death was the #1 hip hop album of all time. That's the only thing y'all got right.
Yeah, I
What,
agree with
Life
that.
After Death is the
They
Number
said
one.
that was #1 all time. Life After
Life
Death.
After.
There's been countless discussions on the Jay-Z and Nas debate.
Say that again?
There's been countless discussions on the Jay-Z and Nas situation. When all that was going on,
What situation?
when they were going back and forth, when the records really started, like, names started being said. It wasn't freestyle and all hail, yo, the king is dead, or motherfuckers want to rhyme like ho, you know?
No
When it
innuendo.
stopped being subliminal
Right.
and it started being direct, what was the temperature like? Was there ever a fear that it might get out of hand?
Not to me, because it just was like rap shit to me. You know? It might have been to some, but not to me. I was like, this rap shit. I always looked at MCs talking shit about other MCs as the contact sport of rap.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't think anything like that, especially not between them, because what was that gonna do? You know what I'm saying? They both from New York. Like, it's just rap shit.
Right.
So I never felt like there was gonna be anything crazy happening.
But as these records started rolling out, and Hot 97
Yeah,
took the Ether record
right.
and Jay-Z's freestyle on Super Ugly.
Yeah, that was an unfair record against record type of thing, because it wasn't a that wasn't like a record against a record. You know what I'm saying? That was a freestyle against a record.
Right.
But it happened, and Ether won on the radio scale.
Right.
Right.
After that,
Blueprint 2, baby, oh behave. No, don't be afraid.
right, y'all in your articles, Hawk spit at Jay, so crazy.
Nope.
To see them come together.
Yeah.
But even, you know what? I'm totally missing something. Because in between that time, Jay and Dame split up. The two guys that you brought together. And you were right there. What was that like?
This might sound crazy to people, but it was not my business. And I never took sides. I love them both. You know what I'm saying? I literally love them both. So I never took sides. And they never put me in the middle. The neighbor was like, yo, your man is. That never happened. It was almost like they were going, we can't do that with him.
Right.
Because he's not going to take sides with two guys that he cares about that, you know.
But you didn't take sides.
Nah, it wasn't
you-
for me to do that.
But you were working with Dame
Yeah,
and his label.
right. But I was working with Rockefeller before that.
Right.
Right, and it was when Rockefeller and Dame split, Dame was like, yo, come over here and do this. All right.
Did you ever think you could squash it?
No, that was not for me to do. They grown men. They was grown men. They would have to squash it within themselves. That's why nobody could come to make them squash it. They would have to do that themselves.
How did it feel knowing you brought them together and seeing that break up?
Well, just because you bring two people together don't mean they're gonna stay together forever. So, to me, it was just differences of personality and of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't last forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have dreams that it lasts forever. Like, you could be thinking we're creating a lifestyle and it should last forever. Or we're creating a way that people should be, it should last forever. But you can't lose sight of the fact that they were still black men in America. And America teaches us not to care about each other or love each other or trust each other as black men. So when you got that on top of millions and on top of the responsibility of a lifestyle, it's a lot to try to navigate at the same time, while maybe you have differences of opinion. And then other shit comes into play. You know what I'm saying? Like, a difference of opinion is one thing, but then the anatomy of black American men comes into play. And, you know, shit can go awry.
Do you feel like they were pushed apart by anyone?
Your business people?
Look, anybody could say, yo, you should do this, yo, you should do that, you should do this, you should do that. You make the decision at the end of the day. So it's like you or the next person, or, you know what I'm saying? It's like if you two guys got an issue, it's based off of decisions that either one of you made. It's not based off of what the next man told you to do or what the next man might have influenced you to do. At the same time, you still get the ability to make the decision. So, whatever. I don't blame things on the outside. I blame things on what you did.
Right.
Right.
You think that's experience or that's just natural knowledge?
Well, I learned about the plight of the black man when I was a kid. So I looked at a lot of things differently because I understand differently. You know what I mean? I didn't look at it like it was some rap shit. I looked at it was like, oh, this is some plight of the black man shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Black man get money in the hood. He got to go buy a bunch of jewelry and a bunch of cars and a bunch of shit so he could prove to everybody that he got money. Who's doing that? Us.
Listen.
Because we think that's how you prove your status, because of the anatomy of black men in America. You know what I'm saying? We got to make these white folks believe that we got it. When in essence, you're only proving to your black friends that you got it. And then when you do, your black friends ain't necessarily that happy that you got it, so then they come after you. That's the plight of the black man in America. So because of that, you know, add that on to the fact that slavery taught us not to trust each other. But how could we trust each other when we didn't know each other? And then we're in America where we don't have a culture, so we don't have anything else to protect, to be like, no, I care about our culture, so I'm gonna take care of our culture, so I'm gonna take care of the man that's next to me. We don't have culture. I mean, black people in America don't have culture.
Facts.
So with that, what are you protecting except this lust for money, or this lust for fame, or lust for power, or whatever? But imagine you got all of that shit and then some shit goes awry.
But isn't that knowledge, Clark?
Well, yeah, but not everybody has that knowledge.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Not everybody has the time to get it like that either, you know?
You talked about protecting hip-hop culture and being very protective of it.
I'm protective of hip-hop culture, yeah, for sure. But I also learned the plight of our folks when I was 7. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you think about black kids, they go to a school, and in 2nd grade, they start learning about American history. American history starts at slavery.
Yeah.
So you got a kid sitting next to a white kid, black kid sitting next to a white kid, and the teacher's teaching, well, there were slave masters and there were slaves. And they're going, This is what the slaves look like. Black kids going, that looks like me. White kids going,
That's what
that
the
looks
slave
like me.
master.
And then you get taught that shit until 11th grade is American history all the way through. Wake up. Stop falling asleep. You got somewhere you can go? Go to sleep. But, so you learning that shit up until 11th grade. When you get out of school, white guys going, I'm your master. Black kids going, you're my master.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.